Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you all for joining me here today, the 7th of December of 2022. I hope that you are all doing well as we are coming up to a full moon in Gemini, which is not going to be an easy full moon, and many of you will have recognized this and the energies as they're playing out coming up to the full moon. So, as you know, this is a daily message. It's the messenger is here. May not be daily totally, but random daily messages. We are reading the energies as Mercury, the messenger, is bringing us the messages that we need to heed, to understand, as there can be a lot of confusion with misunderstandings, with not knowing, with wanting to move forward and not being able to. Many blockages with Mars retrograding in Gemini, dear friends, which is on this full moon. Okay, let's see what the energies are. What is the message that Spirit wants to bring to us today, or whenever you view this message, I suppose. Remember that time is something that's it's different for all of us. That's why logically these are timeless readings. So for me, whenever you view this message, it's more important, even though I do speak of the astrological placements and how they affect us. Remember, we're reading for the general public, not for our personal lives. So not all messages will resonate with all of you. And it is Wednesday today, dear friends, so I'm hoping to do a twin flame soulmate reading. So look out for that. Press the notification bell. Make sure you're getting the notifications. What's going on, dear Spirit, energetically? And I'd just like to send my love out to Sally from Starstruck Magical Handmade Candles, as I know that she needs extra support and love. To my dear friend Sally, dear, Sally, love you, dear. Sending you warm hugs, kisses, and healing energies. Let's see what's going on. And just letting you know, Sally, I have not lit your candle because I'm hoping to light it on my new place, on my new workspace. So for coming up to Christmas, I will light your candle. And again, thank you so much for your beautiful gift. Whoever is interested in handmade, beautiful artwork where candles are concerned, do reach out to Sally from Starstruck Magical Candles. I will have her link beneath this video. We're reading the energies, dear Spirit. So what's going on? What is that we need to know today, or whenever this message is received? So we do have Page of Swords, which is very much the Gemini energy. This could be a message. This could be someone spying on you through the internet, checking you out. This is the messenger, right? And it could be a message that clears the air. And we see also you can't actually see his face. It looks like the news that he's receiving he's not very happy with, so he comes through as quite aggressive, and this full moon is an aggressive full moon, so I do feel frustration, anger. He holds a sword, and swords do speak to how we communicate. Mars retrograde in Gemini could be fights, arguments, aggressive words, harsh truths as well, but also speaks to whatever is communicated and exchanged, written, spoken, whatever we hear from the news. Remember, Gemini it does rule data, journalism, the news, right? And it can also be connected to your close-knit environment, friends, siblings, relatives, people close to you. Let's see. We have the moon. There is the moon. And we're in the full moon energies already. So this is obviously something that's been hidden. It can be connected to a home, to the past, to your mother, your parents. It could relate to a past connection. Mars retrograde in Gemini does bring back situations and people from the past. Mars retrograde, Mars is usually the, remember he rules Aries and Scorpio, but he's retrograde, so it looks like the power that we need to, Mars is fire, it's desire, and when we've got a retrograde Mars, it's like the power, instead of sending it outwards, emanating outwards and being very energetic and having the will and striving to move forward, it's turned inwards. So it can be very stressful and aggressive and very harsh. What we learn, what we hear, what we see. Remember, a full moon is when the light of the sun beams on things that were hidden pertaining to the moon, things that were secretive. This could also be going inwards, our psyche, right? The moon is our deep emotions. It's what we hide. Sometimes not something that we want to share with others. So this could also be something that comes through, something that is lit up, which will possibly bring a culmination, some sort of an ending. Also maybe something that we've been holding back emotionally. It could be blurted out. Three of Pentacles. It could relate to work, or it does involve other people. Three of Pentacles is usually a job well done, being noticed for one's hard work or skill or abilities. Maybe this is what's coming through. This could also speak to gossip, hearing information from others that possibly we're not meant to know, anything like that. Because the Three of Pentacles, yes, it does involve work, but also it's a three. And threes always speak to a possible success. So whatever we hear can be hard to hear, but it can also bring an opening, some sort of expansion. And this can relate to money matters as well. Eight of Pentacles, yes, again, it does speak to work. This is the Virgo energy, Virgo card. Eight of Pentacles is something that someone's been working on, maybe working very hard on something without sharing that information. Remember, Mars retrograde is bringing back issues of the past. So this can relate to past information or something that we've been putting our effort into. I don't know why I get here like there's a moment of you get the information that's necessary, even though it may be something hard to understand or to fathom or to relate to. But I feel that it sort of jumpstarts and sort of puts you back to the drawing board and gives you an opportunity to keep working on something. Remember that the page can be a student as well. So needing to go back to learning something or completing some form of study, or needing to look at details that maybe were missed. I mean, Virgo is all about reading between the lines. And yes, it could also be connected to someone's emotional, psychological health as well, because Virgo does speak to health. Another Virgo card, and remember, Virgo is a mutable sign, as is Gemini, Sagittarius, and Pisces. We've got the Eight and the Knight of Pentacles, so we do have transition towards someone that knows their self-worth, someone that can feel abundant or has second chances at dotting their I's and crossing their T's to bring in the abundance, to know their worth, to stand as an individual, to know that they are capable of bringing something to pass. Nine of Pentacles is a very abundant card, and the immutable signs are in hardship at this time with this full moon especially. Remember that this is someone that stands strong as an individual. They are very powerful. Nine of Pentacles is also abundance. Let's see what else we have. Or someone that's needing to stand strong and know that they've got the ability to get through this. And we've got the Knight of Wands, Sagittarian energy. So we do have Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius, and the moon, which can relate to Pisces, because the full moon, can relate to Pisces, because remember, Pisces is very loving, compassionate. The Pisces 12th house is naturally a very dark house, and well, the moon does speak to mothering, providing, and loving, right? Even though it naturally rules the 4th house of Cancer, many times when we see the moon, many readers do mention Scorpio and all the water signs, Pisces and Cancer. Now, Jupiter is at the critical degree, 29th degree of Pisces, so it is a degree of urgency. It is a degree of urgency that Jupiter is trying to seek the truth, whatever Jupiter means, because Jupiter speaks to abundance, right? Jupiter does speak to spirituality, having that higher wisdom, especially as he's transiting through his home sign of Pisces, which is the sign of spirituality, connection to the divine, and anything that is hidden, anything that is magical, and any blockages also that have been holding us in a state of imprisonment, feeling blocked, dealing with karma. Now the Knight of Wands, he's all fired up. We see the mountain here, we see the explosion, the explosive energies. There's a lot of desire, a lot of fire, and Mars being fire in an air sign, it can bring someone, can put us in a situation where we blow our top, where we cannot hold in the desire, the anguish, the frustration, we cannot feel contained and imprisoned anymore. Sagittarius is all about freedom. Breaking out, breaking through, having the understanding, needing the truth. Right? And this could be jump-starting a new journey, obviously. Can speak to a physical journey. It can also speak to an emotional new opening. Remember, after full moon, something culminates and then we are moving towards a new beginning. Knight of Wands can also speak to taking action, waiting for the ability or waiting for the understanding. Remember, he holds the wand, and it's the Ace of Wands, which is like an understanding. It's like seeing the light, seeing the truth, right? And being ready to take the action to it, take action, not being stuck. As Jupiter is ready very soon in the next few days to ingress into Aries, where Aries is the house ruled by Mars. So we're in preparation for a brand new beginning, and we'll be happy to see Jupiter finishing up a 12-year cycle. So this could take us back 12 years, what was going on for you. Oh my God. Oh my God. what's beneath that? And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. See, another card of being stuck. Something needs to give. And there is the Hanging Man again, Pisces, which can speak to illusion, wearing those rose-colored glasses. There's the Two of Cups as well. So partnerships, relationships, soulmate connections. We've been dealing with a lot of karma. I mean, the Hanging Man does speak to sacrifice, sometimes needing to let go. Let Spirit take charge. Let Spirit show you the way. And where we've been invested, whatever we've been stuck in, we've needed to see the light. And what we've been invested in, there's a shift. Maybe Spirit is telling us that we need to be aware of what's going on, that there is a major shift, and Spirit, where we've been stuck, is helping us move through this, these blockages, or we haven't been seeing something clearly. This is like an awakening. It's a major shift or a shocking, surprising experience that we'll be going through as well with the Tower here. Remember that this is Mars. It is Mars energy. So again, I'm going to say jump-starting the beginning, but we're closing up a cycle. There's a new beginning, obviously, as the fluctuations of the moon. And I see the moon, when the moon fills out, it's like a breathing, like breathing in and then breathing out. Inhale, exhale. And we are inhaling with this full moon. Can we keep that that bound up energy within us, or will we explode and blurt out all that power, all that energy that we need to sort of unload? What is the advice from Spirit? We've got time for a nap. Oh my goodness. Time for a nap for me, what I get from this, because it does speak to Piscean energy again, and we see the moon here. This is more about being in peace. Remember, Pisces is the house of sleep. It is the house of meditation, taking time out, needing to love yourself, relax, do something that will help you unload or work with those with that frustration and those powerful energies that we're dealing with. And it's like it's saying, don't take part. Check out. Do not take part in this explosion, whatever this is. And I'm going to say also, pay attention to your dreams. Time for a nap says, take a nap, take some time. Let's read Time for a Nap, number 24. It is in the upright, so we will read the upright message. Rest, rejuvenation, and renewal. Temporary non-action, allowing dreams to arise. This is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go. Go into a state of non-action and allow yourself to be free of the shackles of your goals, your lists, your desires. Nothing is as important as rest, detachment, and neutrality. The overly busy mind can block you from inner wisdom if you don't step back, take a seat and rest. Be willing to let dreams surface and ideas flow through you, absent any force or conscious direction as you observe without engagement now. So this full moon, and we always say on a full moon, there's more irritation. So use the energies of the full moon. Take time out, sit back, relax, and look. See what is culminating, what is shown to you from the full moon. Where relationships are concerned, when it comes to matters of the heart, don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's good to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Well, is that going to be true? Of course, obviously, if you take time out and you don't take part until the full moon, it will be more of an uneventful time. But if you are driven by the energies now, there will be many events, especially with the Tower here. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it a rest so that your love and connection can become rejuvenated. Where prosperity is concerned, this is a great time to take a break from your busy schedule and allow yourself the opportunity to step back. Your plans are meant to be put on ice. Your goals can wait. And I'm going to say your goals, you probably won't see your goals until Mars turns direct. There is, it's all about perfecting, revisiting. If this is something that you've been putting effort into from the past, then continue to work on it. You will not see your dream until Mars turns direct. But if this is a time where you're starting something new, you're starting your own business, it's not the right time now. Not until, I would say, around the 20th of January, because Mercury will also be retrograding at the end of the year and will turn direct, I think, on the 19th of January. Mars will turn direct around the 12th, 13th. So until the 19th, that's when all planets will be direct. That's when we will see our goals, what we aspire to create. We will see it happening. Your goals can wait. Dream, imagine, and let go of attachments to any outcome now. Meditate and take a holiday if you can. Things will speed up soon enough. After a break, you may want to make some changes. Epiphanies have an amazing way of arising when you take your focus off your to-do list and allow yourself to rest. There are the epiphanies. Let's see what the Lenormand has. Seventh of December, dear Spirit. 7th of December. I also wanted to mention Neptune has turned direct in Pisces, finally, and we can actually see Venus now. She is visible in the sky, which is a good thing. Those of you ruled by Venus, so Libra and Taurus, this is very empowering. Venus is visible, so slowly we will start to be able to see what we haven't been able to see pertaining to money, love, peace, fairness, justice. There is the snake, and the snake can speak to an enemy, animosity, fights, dealing with karmic matters pertaining to the past. It is a 7, today is the 7th. This could be an enemy, yes. This could also be a very strong sexual attraction. This is Moon in Cancer. Someone's up to something. Someone can get caught out where they've been planning something poisonous. Or there's strategy in the serpent here. It is Scorpio energy, and Scorpio is where the South Node is. Also lots of secrets pertaining to Scorpio. Scorpio can speak to hidden matters. Whatever this is, remember that it does speak to poison, but elixir as well. It's like a 38 equals an 11. We've got the bridges here. So it can speak to choices, but also needing to cross over a bridge. Oh my goodness. Needing to make a choice. We do have gossip. Difficult, challenging energies here with the mice. The mice does speak to gossip, and I spoke about that. This is an unhealthy situation. Third parties involved, financial loss pertaining to deception. Remember that the snake can also be a third party in a love triangle. Something is eating away at us with the mice. This card jumped. We've got the moon. The moon in the Lenormand speaks to a deep, it could also be a secretive, but also a very powerful connection, a very soulful connection. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. We've got the maze and we've got the moon. The maze does speak to confusion. Wow, okay, we've got another card that's flipped. We've got the anchor, so it's going to be a grounding energy. The anchor does speak to business partnerships. Many businesses are suffering loss, financial loss. Personally, we're all suffering a lack of funds. Financially, times are not easy. But I do see the anchor as a very positive card, which speaks to needing to see the truth so that we can get unstuck. The anchor can speak to grounding, but also a connection or a commitment, long-term commitment, marriage. Now the anchor speaks to Saturn in Capricorn, so it's a maturing, sobering energy. It does speak to needing to figure things out, laying down new foundations as well, being resilient, and it's things connected to our security and our stability. There's the whip, another 11, which speaks to objections, hardships, fights, disagreements, but we end with the bouquet, which is positive, obviously. Jupiter is changing things up. This is Jupiter in Sagittarius. There is the possibility of an offer that comes through, a blooming, right? We know that in the Northern Hemisphere we're coming up very soon to the winter solstice. Those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, you're coming up to the summer solstice. This promises, I don't know, the time of spring for you, depending on where you are in the world, but it also speaks to etiquette, happiness, an offer, an invitation, anything like that. And luck, let's say. But we need to cut something out or someone out. The scythe is not easy. It does remind me of the death card, so that we could receive the harvest, feel abundant. There's something that we need to cut out of our lives. A chapter has ended here. And we see the fox here. So there has been sneakiness. Someone's been up to no good, especially with the snake here and the mice. But this speaks to also intelligence, knowing what it is and who it is, trusting your intuition and cutting them. Whoever's been unhealthy, whoever's been bringing you sadness, deception, betrayal, it's time to cut them away. Whoever you've been dealing with that's been very deceptive, they will be uncovered. And it's only a matter of time, says the clock. Okay. I'd like to take just 3 Sibilas on the Knight of Wands. Wow. Sagittarian energy. It's as though this knight is waiting on the go. It's just like Jupiter at the last degrees of Pisces. Now, I'd just like to mention also that we've got Venus, Mercury, and Mars that will, and they're personal planets, obviously, so for us personally, they will be important. They're sort of out of bounds, so it's like we're losing our marbles, and the energies are very powerful. But this happens because change needs to happen, right? What's this Knight of Wands about? So we've got Donna Maritata, very much the Empress, or it's someone's partner, marriage partner and spouse. This is a mother with children. She can speak to abundance for me, but she can also speak to nurturing, loving, and the moon energies. She holds a 12. 12 is also the hanging man. So where we've been giving love, compassion, and nurturing, maybe we have not received the truth, or maybe we have not received that back, and there's frustration. We've got Emmanuel here, Ace of Wands, and it's like an offer is on the table. This is a soulmate connection, a very deep connection, very powerful. So she's been frustrated waiting on this offer, on this commitment. Now, I don't know if this is, let me just restart. This could be a commitment. This could be some sort of a contract. This could be a pregnancy, or someone that's been in a relationship where they share children, but now the offer actually comes. She's been very patient, but she may have been very frustrated. Whatever this offer is, it does relate to the bouquet here. So even though it's quite frustrating, whatever's going to happen, it does bring that beginning. The Ace of Wands is like having the light, seeing the truth, and remember, it's like planting that seed. Opportunities will come through, and good news is on its way. So I love that. Good news comes from afar. The messenger is here. Usually this is a message from afar, and the postman could also, because this is something that will be communicated, the envelope that he holds could also possibly be some sort of a contract. We see that he's walking, so the message has taken forever to come in, but it is going to be a positive message. And it's a number 11. 11, 11. We've got 38, again, another 11. For me, my dear friends, remember that 11 is the card of justice, fairness, balance, peace. It's all about relationships, business partnerships, family relationships as well. What's at the bottom here? And we've got another ace, the Ace of Swords, which does remind me very much of this card here. Someone is very displeased. These could also be tears of sadness for a third party, or tears of happiness. But something needs to be cut out before this message, the space is made for the news to come in. Remember, the Ace of Swords is like reckoning, cutting away. It's the Ace of Swords, which speaks to victory, but through truth comes victory. And maybe someone's been waiting on a decision. We've got the Two of Swords here. So there's been a dilemma. And heartbreak is we've got a Two of Swords and an Ace of Swords, which is the Three Swords. Someone's been seeking advice, maybe talking to someone that's older, receiving news, advice. Someone could be deciding on whether they're going to take that journey, travel, take that voyage. And this is also a situation that has matured. So someone's been waiting for this. She's an older, so she's waited forever for this new beginning. And of course, for some of you, this could also relate to a mother being a third party for some of you. All right, so I will leave it there. I hope that this helped, my dear friends. Thank you so much for connecting with me, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Don't forget to check out the Twin Flame Soulmate reading. Much love to all of you. Just take some time out, relax, and this is like a tsunami that's coming in. This too shall pass. Speaking of tsunami, which can be on a collective scale, but also personally for each of us. I just wanted to share a dream I had the other day, even with the moon card here, time for a nap, and the moon, and many strong moon energies. We've got the moon here 3 times. We've got the moon. I had a dream a few days ago where I was at the beach and the tide was so low it was like a tsunami was in preparation. Remember when a tsunami is going to come through, is going to hit, the water is, the tide goes all the way very, very far into the sea. So the sand was very dry and there was small fish that was still quite wet. So it means that obviously it was only a moment that the water, which speaks to emotions, was sucked back by the tsunami, and people were walking on the seabed. So I don't know what that means, but there was also, it was like in the sand, there was a path that was open, and it was leading into the sea. So it was like the path was open, and yes, a tsunami was going to come in, but that tsunami was opening up a new path, which is like the portal of 1111 that I always talk about. So I don't know what you understand from that. I mean, the fish does speak to Pisces. Remember that the fish does also speak to luck and abundance. But it's like being drained emotionally. I don't know. It was a very prophetic dream. Now, some of you are going to say this is your personal story, but I do see it as on a collective scale as well. Let's see what happens and what comes through, okay? Let's see what happens with this full moon, as we're almost there and things are playing out already. I hope that this does not work out in a real way. We know that with Uranus in Taurus, we can have a lot of freak weather conditions. Anything connected to Uranus in Taurus does speak to hard weather conditions. Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. Jupiter expands. Neptune is the water, it is the sea. I hope that there are no disasters to do with the sea. Anyway, I will leave it there. I will not make this any longer. Thank you so much, my dear friends. Love you all so much. Wishing you well. Talk to you soon.